know you have dealt with this topic on the Locked On Browns podcast. What do you think the biggest surprises have been for the Browns?
I would say, negatively, that the defense took this long to get going. That is absolutely the first one. You saw Monday night, and you say to people, who was out of that game? Anthony Walker was out of that game. J.O.K. was out of that game. Denzel Ward was out of that game. And you would say, well, this is the effort that came. You would have figured the Browns defense has been playing like this the entire season. It's certainly been the disappointing thing to this point is that the defense took this long to get it going. It certainly has cost this team a victory or two that they probably should have had. But then there's players. Look, Martin Emerson. Yes, he was the Browns' first overall draft pick, but he was drafted in the third round. I don't think anybody saw this type of play coming from this guy because I don't think anybody saw this guy probably getting this amount of reps this early. Again, Ethan Posick has been outstanding. Donovan Peoples-Jones has been outstanding. You've seen some guys really, really put out some effort this year. And it's hard with a team that is top heavy in stars like the Browns are. Everybody will talk about Petonio, Teller, Miles, Nick. You need those guys, middle of the roster guys who can, play a little bit above their level. And we've got to see that the last couple of weeks. And it's given the Browns the opportunity, and the Browns do this with players that are injured. They usually try to give them a little bit more time than needed. Some teams, you're 80%, that's great, let's go. The Browns are kind of like, well, if you're 80%, that means next week you'll be north of 90, so let's hold out for that. But in order to do that, guys have to step up, and the Browns have gotten a lot of that this year. It's really, really been nice to see. And you just see that the balance this roster has, and it looks like it's going to have for the foreseeable future.